Spider Sprig, does whatever a Spider Sprig does. Can he swing from a web? No, he can't, 'cause he's a frog. He swings from his tongue. Look out! Here comes the Spider Sprig.
Give me pictures of Spider Sprig. Welcome back, everyone, to the Frogs of Calamitous Intent. And fans rejoice, for you have new fan art to make of, both of Spider Sprig, as well as the pairing of General Yunan and Olivia. Because I know you all have been itching to do that. Sorry jumping the gun, but I mean, this episode, everybody's been waiting on this one. Not so much Spider Sprig, but definitely Olivia and Yunan. Because as we all know, they definitely are up to something behind the scenes. And if some of the leaks I've seen are to be true, we're going to get some major plot in this one. And I've already seen people just lose their shit over this. So let's get started because I'm eager to see where this all goes down. I mean, yeah, we're going to have a little fun at first with Sprig, but something tells me the second half of this isn't going to be so pretty. So let's get started and play.
In the name of justice, your way
Is this Kamen Rider?
That's what I was going to say.
Why fight me, Tarantula, when you should join me?
What?
Nah.
Like me, you'll never be accepted by this world.
If that is my fate, then so be it!
You will never be loved.
Now it's turn to Die Hard.
All this time.
He's a monster! I don't care what you are. To me, you're a hero.
How cliched.
I finally found my home.
And that was Tarantula, the world I call home, like possibly the finest film ever made.
I wish I could be lovingly embraced by all of humanity. No can do, dude.
Low profile, remember?
You got to make your mark in Amphibia.
That's because in Amphibia, we weren't in hiding.
Fine.
Plus, you don't have an FBI in Amphibia.
Watch that movie. It was stuffed with predictable tropes and lazy writing.
We've got to cut back on your internet use.
Saying is that you'd have to be pretty dense to think any of that would be possible. First of all, the idea that a vigilante would be given free
He
reign.
was just a mild-mannered never made a fuss.
Mild-mannered.
He was destined to be something more.
Sprig, the origin story.
Oh god. I didn't realize they could secrete mucus that well.
Who knows how long he's got left on Earth?
Is that Piccolo?
All right, Earth. Get ready to meet Frogman.
This.
Sprig, did you see?
Nah.
What are you doing?
Hop, hop, and away.
You're never
Such
gonna
an
stop
ugly
the
color
damage
scheme.
and problems with the sack on your head.
Watch me. Here I am, guardian of the city. Whoa.
Now we're just standing on pigeons.
Sounds like you kids, you need a permit to sell goods on his street.
I hate this.
Dude, we're 8.
Seriously, this is bullshit.
Who are you? Some kind of masked vigilante?
Frogman, living unobstructed.
I mean, it's impressive.
Well, these streets don't need you, because they've got
It's impressive he could do that with his tongue.
Robert Otto, neighborhood safety supervisor.
Is that Brad Garrett? And he's named Robert.
Listen, this neighborhood ain't big enough for the both of us.
He's
You're
on
first, so get
rollerblades.
lost.
Hey, I don't want to fight you.
Someone's in trouble.
Oh no. We got 2 wannabe vigilantes.
Rock bottom.
Oh, I remember this. It was from the movie called The Bus That Wouldn't Slow Down.
It's okay. Your neighborhood safety
You're gonna get run over, dude.
is here.
Ooh.
Ooh.
By the way, there was a Do Boba. I think it was a combination donut and bubble tea place.
That's cool though. Oh, this scene. Surprised it doesn't hurt his tongue.
What a hero!
Hey, what about me? I mean, I slowed the bus down first.
You stood in front of her like a moron.
Please, citizens, please. It was nothing.
Thank you, Frogman, for saving me and my grandpa Robert.
Oh, no problem.
Grandpa. Interesting hair color scheme. Oh, God.
Look
Yeah.
out, LA, there's a new frog superhero in town. El misterioso hombre rana salvo.
Spanish channel.
Was he on Conan?
Conan would be into that sort of thing.
Conan would do an excellent interview.
Oh, no. Is Robert gonna go evil?
I've been taking care of this neighborhood for years, and what do I get? Nothing.
Probably been a neighborhood snitch.
Frogman is a joke. What's this?
Oh.
Some kind of high-tech mechanical arm. Oh, ho, ho!
Oh, boy.
Surprisingly light.
See, he's our Doc Ock.
Yet so powerful at the perfect fit.
Yes, adore me. Please, no things necessary.
Praise me! Praise me!
Okay, maybe a few things necessary.
Please, Frogman, have another debate in the house.
Ooh, thanks.
Luigi Mario?
Scoundrels like you deserve
He's
no
even dressed up.
Ooh, but what is that?
Huh, it looks like Robert Otto. He said he hated me and was gonna get his revenge.
Robert Otto.
What's he doing here?
Meh.
Frog. Let's settle this.
Wow, cool robot arm. Where'd
Hey,
you
you
get it?
just caused property damage.
Wouldn't you like to know? You're but a wart on the face of the city. Get ready for
That's a slur.
surgery.
Ooh. Okay, that's impressive. Yay, more
Oh,
property
you just untimed it, yeah.
Considering everyone knows who he is and can probably track him down, he's gonna get a huge bill from the city. Gotta stretch those quads, man.
Molly Joe!
Molly Joe.
It was no problem for Frogman, defender of justice.
Ooh.
No, justice.
Justice? Look around you. Your flashy battle could have really hurt someone. Or worse.
What have I done?
That's a lot of property damage.
Yep.
I don't believe this. I thought you were cool. You're both just destructive attention seekers. Nothing more.
Yeah.
If I really wanted to help people, there were better ways.
You're darn right.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. We'll clean this up stat.
Fucking better, especially if you don't want to get sued. Meh. Okay.
Friends.
Meh.
Can I see your face?
No, it would give you nightmares.
Mhm.
And those nightmares would puke.
Well, consider what we saw what they look like in real definition. Yeah, I agree.
You're definitely under arrest. Fair enough.
Looks like you've had a time. I have to admit, it was a pretty cool costume.
You like it? I cut up your clothes to make it.
Oh, you ass!
Go on Disney.
Like, I know it's probably clothes she doesn't wear anymore, but still. Honestly, this was a pretty good Spider-Man referential episode.
Not to mention kind of showing the real side of crime fighting.
Yeah, like everyone wants to be a superhero, but it's like, you realize doing that causes a lot of property damage, not to mention hurts people you probably never even hear about. And you almost never see those people actually cleaning up after themselves.
Not only that, you never really see like the victims and everything bringing attention to it. They're usually so enamored with, you know, being saved or whatever.
So do you think that guy who like keeps the robot arm or the police get a hold of it? Maybe the FBI sees it. Oh, here we go.
I am a descendant of a
Flashback.
long line of newts who made a sacred vow to care for this land. The plants, the animals,
Ugh.
all are under our care.
Lady Olivia, you dudes took me in when I landed here, fixed me up, cared for me. I promise to do my best and look after this place as well.
We'll be counting on you, Master Marcy.
Ugh. That went out the window. Now they turned it into Detroit.
You have been summoned by the king.
Things are progressing as fast as they... Yes, I know. But the device hasn't even been tested. Surely we should try it on someone else first. As you wish.
was freaky.
Ah, you two! Come in, come in! You're both promoted. Olivia, you will now oversee the construction of our refineries. It's time to sap this pitiful mudball of all its remaining resources. And Yunan! We're gonna need frogs to work in these factories, so go round up some villagers. And if anyone resists, give them a stern talking to.
Not too bad.
Just kidding. Terminate them. All right, now, get to it. I have business to attend to.
That does it! I made a sacred vow to protect this land, and I cannot continue to stand idly by while King Andrias destroys it.
Lady Olivia, if you're going to talk treason, I insist that you do it in private.
Yeah.
You're dang right he's gone too far.
We need someone clever, someone who understands strategy, someone like Marcy Wu.
The human? Absolutely not. In case you haven't noticed, they're all scheming backstabbers.
I trust Marcy. Besides, she's the only one who's ever defeated King Andrias in Flipward. If anyone can outthink him, it's her.
I'm plenty smart. Whoa, did you see that? I nearly took my head off. Okay, maybe we do need Marcy.
A monster? Don't tell me the great General Yunan is scared of some ridiculous rumors.
I see what you're doing. Then it's working.
It's now they're on the same page.
Well, not with that attitude, we won't. What?
Spider Union, Spider Union.
And that's how it's done.
Will you put me down already?
Ooh, ominous. After you, milady.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel. Is it the same tunnel?
I know. Get the human
Let's
get out.
solve the mystery or rewrite history.
But I did sneak down a few times as a girl.
What the?
Don't worry, it's harmless.
Now we'll finally see this place proper.
Mossman.
Aww.
Take it. It's a friendship offering.
There's ghosts.
More kooky creatures? What is this
I just
place?
cute with a
I
flower in her
think it's
hair.
where our ancestors kept all their otherworldly prisoners.
Delightful.
Ooh. That explains it.
There she is.
Oh shit.
Sashi and
She's out of it. Way out, human!
Meh.
I say, Yuna, gentle. Be gentle.
She did get stabbed through the chest.
There's no time to explain. We have to get out of here.
okie dokie. Lead the way, Lady Olivia, Kat and Yunan.
But oh, she would have fell regardless. Oh shit.
What the heck is going on?
Whoa, we're outside already?
It can't be. Is that you?
Olivia,
The
Oh.
sky, the trees. How could you let this happen? I did everything I could. Well,
Oh god.
what is this witchcraft?
Makes sense.
Oh, it's a projection. You know, like VR. It's
Ver.
not real, you do?
Nothing scares the great General Yunan.
Stand in
Stand.
Oh no.
What? That's just a cute little...
You know, we never saw the what happened after the Grubhog was saved.
Monsters nearly took my arm off.
Oh. Oh god. Interesting fear. Oh.
No.
Barbar, you betrayed us.
No! I know what I did was super dumb. I'm so sorry.
It's too late. You want nothing to do with you.
Sashan?
No, please. Stay.
Bleh.
These eyes. These eyes are making the nightmare, guys.
Take out the eyes. Right.
Poke 'em.
Using my mother's likeness.
Ha. My eyes, I'm not supposed to get fists in them.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Oh god.
I like this thing.
This is more Lovecraftian horror shit right there.
I'm not normally one for teamwork, but good job out there, everyone. Very nice hustle. You goof.
We make a good team, huh? Now let's get out of here.
But
Sorry, I might need help.
Off and out of here we go.
Leaving so soon? But we have so much to discuss. We've been watching you the whole time.
oh, I was wondering who he was talking to. Ugh.
What the heck is that?
Behold, our ultimate creation. A collection of Amphibia's greatest minds, preserved for all eternity. Studying the Mossmen improved our medical technology, but it wasn't until we met the Shadowfish that we truly learned to conquer death, and thus the core was born.
Let me go!
I wish I could, but my lord craves a host. And it wanted the best, the smartest, the only one who could beat me at Flipboard.
Meh.
I begged the core to consider an alternative host, but alas.
What is this, huh?
The time has finally come for the core to lead us to our destiny. But what destiny, you ask? Well,
They didn't.
I suppose I should just let it speak for itself.
Oh boy.
We'll be right back.
Oh, that was horrifying.
Disney Channel.
Damn, they're not even playing the ending music. Which I don't blame them,
No.
considering how, you know. Damn.
Woof.
Oy, oy, oy. Told you some shit was going down in this. So wait, that giant thing is a shadowfish, and it's called the core? Am I understanding that right?
Think so?
I question why it needs a host exactly. I mean, it's in that giant body of its that can, like, move around and probably cause a lot of destruction, so why would it need a smaller host like that, unless it can't speak for itself?
True.
Strangely, it can speak through Andrias, so I guess it put a part of itself in him? I'm sure we'll get more explanation later about that, but damn, that thing's horrifying.
Or that, that has always been there, and Andrias came to Amphibia with it.
Like a parasite or something?
Something like that, yeah.
It was like venom or something.
Alright, so I guess we'll start with Spider Sprig.
Yeah, get off the heavy shit
yeah.
for just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I liked Spider Sprig.
Yeah.
It was a nice reference to the Spider-Man movies, how they adapted it for the world. Like, obviously the references were there. I like how they threw the random Brad Garrett cameo in there, or Robert cameo. But they also, at the same time, addressed the whole issue with vigilantes. It's like, yeah, it's cool to be one, but when you really look at the reality of it, it's more trouble than it's worth, and it ultimately doesn't help people.
Honestly, a lot of time it winds up hurting a lot more people than it helps.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, good on Sprig for being able to actually pull off a lot of the fighting stunts. Like, some of the stuff he does with his tongue. Like, I knew his tongue was definitely, like, powerful in that he can use it to basically lift himself and others and swing about. But the fact that he can use it to, like, punch and break things and stretch it to God knows
we've
how long.
seen him do that before. It's just...
I know, but now it was, like, more on display.
Yeah.
Like, he was able to spell out his superhero name with his tongue.
He was able to create a net, basically, with it. Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw the grandfather going around, like, giving citations to, like, those kids with the limit, I'm like, oh, you're one of those people. The neighborhood watch, or neighborhood snitch, more like it. Because you're so bored with your own life, you have to go around telling everybody what to do just to feel a sense of power.
And, of course, then there's juxtaposition with Sprig also seeking attention, but because he's the impressionable youth and saw the superhero movies, he wants to emulate it. And he's also been cooped up for so long. Kind of wants to get out there and be active.
Plus, you gotta love the whole, like, Superman Dragon Ball allegory with, you know, the hero being an alien and just wanting to be accepted by the world and everything. I love Van's dad as a weeb. Just gushing over that. I know those things are cliched as all hell, but they're still enjoyable.
They're still fun.
Yep. I don't know why, but, like, when that, the beginning of the film, when that, common guy was like fighting that giant blowfish. I kept thinking of Dodoria almost. But now let's get on to the real meat of this episode, Olivia and Yunan. First off, really good character episode for the two, because those two, despite having been introduced last season, were like horribly underwritten, I'm sorry to say. Because with Olivia, all we knew is that she was a servant of the palace, and that she was kind of uptight and stuffy. Yeah, she was loyal to the king, but obviously she was more loyal to Newtopia as a whole. And as for Yunan, like, she had her big grand entrance, you know, fighting against Grime and Sasha, but then she disappeared for, like, episodes, and then suddenly reappears near the finale, and yeah, she's badass and fighting and everything, but don't really know much about her other than she's, like, a hardcore warrior to the point where she can't even work with an army because, according to her, they slowed her down.
I'm surprised that she even said she wouldn't serve a mad king. I would have figured that would be in her ballpark, but no, I'm surprised she actually has more sense than that.
Yeah, the way she's designed, the way she's portrayed and everything, it makes you think she's one of those warriors that likes fighting for the sake of fighting, and that she seeks it out for the thrill and everything. But in this, she actively agrees what the king is doing is not right, and she doesn't want to hurt innocent people for not wanting to be a part of this crazy cause.
Clearly she wants to serve Newtopia, so at least there is that.
Yeah, like, she definitely has a bit of an ego about her. She definitely does things because she knows she can and she wants to show off a bit and everything, but she's not, like, arrogant about it, and she ultimately just wants to do good for the sake of doing good. And interesting, we see that she actually fears something, and it's something that really isn't that much to be feared. It was one of the Grubhub.
Like I said, though, when the Grubhub goes off, we see it plotting revenge.
I know that was that little throwaway thing where it escapes and it vows revenge, but like...
Yeah, but it's like, in anything past since the days of Adventure Time came out, it's like, you really can't just call anything a throwaway, because odds are they'll bring it back when you least suspect it, and it winds up being ridiculously important.
You watch it, like, they all fight Andrias, they're at the cusp where they're about to lose, and suddenly the Grubhub reappears and is like, revenge! It's just an army of Grubhubs that are trying to, like, destroy and eat everybody. It's probably
No, what if it was going back to Andrias the whole time?
Oh, God.
What?
Then they're all doomed.
Yeah! Because we don't see where it goes, we just know it's plotting revenge.
But, like, to my understanding, those things are, like, the equivalent of, like, a groundhog or something like that. Or maybe, like, an otter. Like the otters from South Park.
Otters!
They will not eat off their tummies. Still, when you think about it, compared to all the stuff she goes through, given how she's not afraid to take on anything, seeing that she was afraid of something that small just because it, like, bit her as a kid, that was interesting. But I guess it, like, you know, sort of, for lack of a better phrase, humanizes her a bit and shows that she's not just, you know, a crazy warrior.
Honestly, irrational fears and things like that, you know, childhood trauma, even when you grow up and beyond that, you should know better, it's still like that stuff kind of haunts you.
Yeah, I suppose so.
It's like, with me and insects, like, I shouldn't be afraid of a lot of insects, but I get so creeped out by them. And some I know that are really good for the world, good for the earth, that wouldn't do any harm to me anyway, but I can't.
Yeah, to be fair, I have a thing about balloons, just because, like, as a kid, I always got upset when one was popped or if they flew away from me or something. And even as an adult now, I get skeeved out whenever I see people, like, blowing up a balloon to, like, capacity. And I'm always afraid it's gonna pop or something like that. Ugh. And also Olivia, seeing that she's part of a proud line of people that have served Newtopia, to see that this is deeply personal to her, not just because she feels she's failing her family line, her legacy, but she's literally failing her home as well. I mean, not that there's really much she could have done about it. She didn't know what Andrias was up to, and she doesn't really have much power in and of herself to really do anything about it, but it's nice to see that her dedication to her home and wanting to do right by everyone isn't just for the sake of the others, it's for herself too. And I'm glad we had that part with Marcy too, seeing the Aunt Sasha monstrosity yelling at her. Because honestly, the entire fan base has been doing that, myself included. There's no way to beat around it. What she did was really messed up, and it's really kind of hard to see past it a bit, given how easily Anne and Sasha could have died since they came to Amphibia, and it would have been Marcy's fault. And the fact that Marcy didn't even go out and look for them, I know they explained that in a cutscene, but even so, it really doesn't look good on her, and I'm glad to see that, her fear, of course, was losing them as friends because of what she did. And something tells me that that still might be the case when this is over.
I mean, all three of them are going to have a beef against each other in the end.
They're probably going to need a break when this is all over.
Yeah.
But honestly, given everything she done, that did not mean she deserved what happened to her with that friggin' multi-eyed monstrosity basically being inserted through her head. That was horrifying to watch. Almost as horrifying as her being stabbed. So I'm guessing for now it's probably just taken over. I'm hoping it didn't wipe out her mind or anything.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I think it's just overtaken her. I would imagine, given that that's a suit that's put on her, if they can take it off, then she'll be normal again.
Interesting to note, too, that Andrias actually did try to make the argument that the parasite should choose somebody else first, since I'm assuming it probably only put a piece of itself in Andrias, but hasn't fully enveloped, another host. But it seems like he genuinely didn't, tried to spare her, but ultimately that's not what happened. He might have seemed a bit regretful about it, I think, but ultimately I think he just is rolling with it because it's part of his plan.
I'm betting he only did the bare minimum, but I don't think he tried very hard to convince the thing otherwise.
I mean, I've seen some people already thinking, is there a way to redeem Andrias? Given he is, despite everything he's done, he is a likable character, he is fun to watch, and he might have the potential to redeem himself, but something tells me that's not what's going to happen. Because if he really did care about Marcy, he would not have done all this. He would not have stabbed her. He wouldn't have allowed her to become friggin' host to this thing. I don't really see that happening. And honestly, I don't think it should. Because I get that the core is the big baddie in this ultimately, but I don't know, it feels like Andrias should be held accountable too, because by his own admission, it seems like he's a world conqueror, and he's not just gonna stop just because, he made friends with this human girl.
Hell, he's gonna, look to move on once he's drained Amphibia of all its resources.
Yeah, and it's pretty clear now he doesn't give a damn about the citizens, and that he doesn't care if they go with his plan or not, because if he probably plans on wiping them out regardless.
Yeah, it's probably his plan is just get the box powered up again and be able to go on his merry way once he's ravaged the place clean.
Well, on the one hand, that means that Sasha's army is probably going to be a lot bigger now, with all the people that are fleeing Newtopia and the surrounding land around it. They stripped that place bare. They moved real quick with all this, and I get it, he has the robot army to help him, but damn. It actually kind of reminded me of the way the Onceler kind of strips all the land of its resources. That kind of gave me flashbacks with that. Damn, after these heavy episodes, what do we have after this?
Next week we have Hop Pop Goes Hollywood, and If You Give a Frog a Cookie.
Oh, Lord.
No. I'm certainly never giving a mouse a cookie. I would never give a frog a cookie.
Especially depending which frog we're talking about. But then again, they'd probably take advantage no matter which character it was.
And then the whole thing of cause and effect. I don't want to deal with that. And I'm not giving no moose a muffin either.
As for the Hollywood one, I've seen people theorize about this, because the episode with Mr. X, where they go to the theater, you see one of the posters in the background features an old man, the one that we see in the opening that kind of looks like Hop Pop.
Spy guy.
Yeah, him. So I'm wondering if Hop Pop and him are going to be mistaken for one another, or maybe it's going to be one of those things where he gets tired of his, fame and wants to take a break, so Hop Pop takes over for him. Probably a Prince and Pauper type situation, I had to guess. But we'll finally see what that old man character's all about.
I'm not Milhouse. I'm just him when he gets hurt.
Yes, but until next time, when hopefully we don't see any more abject body horror, I'm Kat MacBerrie.
I'm Doug MacBerrie.
And beware the Grubhubs. They will strike at dawn. I'm serious this time.
Yeah. Oh, yes, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.